Hi everyone, welcome back to God's Whispers, a place where we take the time to pause and reflect on the Word of God. Today I'm going to be speaking about the Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 13, verses 24 through 30. It's the parable of the weeds. And today we also honor the memorial of Saints of Joachim and Anne, the parents of the Blessed Virgin Mary. The story of Joachim and Anne are not specifically mentioned in the Bible, but according to my Google search, they were mentioned in Christian writings called the Proto-Evangelism of James from the 2nd century, and he tells us about their lives. According to tradition, they were a faithful, prayerful couple who waited many years to have a child. And in their later years, God blessed them with Mary, who obviously then became the mother of Jesus. So, even though this story is not recorded in the Bible, the church honors them because they raised Mary with faith and devotion, preparing her to say yes to God's plan. So, how does this connect to today's parable from the Bible? Let's listen. Jesus proposed a parable to the crowds. The kingdom of heaven may be likened to a man who sowed good seed in his field. While everyone was asleep, his enemy came and sowed weeds all through the wheat, and then went off. When the crop grew and bore fruit, the weeds appeared as well. The slaves of the householder came to him and said, "Master, did you not sow good weeds in your field? Where have the weeds come from?" He answered, "An enemy has done this." His slaves said to him, "Do you want us to go and pull them up?" He replied, "No. If you pull up the weeds, you might uproot the wheat along with them. Let them grow together until harvest. Then at harvest time, I will say to the harvesters, 'First collect the weeds and tie them in a bundle for burning, but gather the wheat into my barn.'" So I think that story kind of matches the story of Mary's parents, because there needs to be time where we understand that obviously we live in a world where there's good and evil that exists side by side. We might often want God to fix things right now, remove the bad, heal the hurt. But Jesus teaches us about patience. The farmer, God, lets both wheat and weeds grow because premature judgment could harm the good plants. So this reminds us to trust in God's plan even when we don't understand His timing. We want answers, instant success, instant peace. But God often works in seasons of waiting. Our part is to remain faithful and keep planting the seeds of goodness and trust that His harvest will come. So I think journal prompts for this reading is, where am I struggling with God's timing in my life right now? And what seeds of faith, kindness, and patience can I plant today that will bear fruit later? And am I quick to judge situations or people, like pulling the weeds too soon? How can I show more grace? And then finally, what lessons can I learn from the Saints Joachim and Anne about faithfulness and perseverance? I hope that this message resonated with you today, and if you feel like a friend might need some encouragement, please feel free to pass it along, and don't forget to subscribe to God's Whispers.